We got more people there. There's the body. Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. Salut tout le monde, it's your boy Lukael. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Can you imagine sounding like that 24/7? No offense to my lovely viewers from France, I'm sure you guys are wonderful. Anyways, welcome back to Disco Elysium. This is episode 4. In the last episode, we went in the pawn shop and talked to Bird's Nest Roy. We then had a pretty entertaining conversation with two grumpy old men, René Arnoux and Gaston Martin. We then went along the harbor, came upon a boat, and had a very informative conversation with Joyce Messier, who's like a representative for Wild Pines. So we got to learn quite a bit about Wild Pines, about the Union, about kind of the conflict that's going on in this game, as well as a little bit about just Martinez and Revachol and the history of this world. So probably gonna continue this conversation today because she still had way more to say, and then we're gonna keep exploring Martinez. So as always, thank you for being here. Grab yourself a little drink, a little snack, and without any further ado, let's jump right back in. All right, still on day 1. It is 4:21 in the afternoon. So shall we leave or should we just continue our conversation with Joyce? I kind of just want to continue talking to her, honestly.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
We've talked about everything except more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
We've asked her where are we? Let's ask her what times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth. What's the big time?
The revolution.
Oh. And what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next. Who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
So who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
40 million, huh?
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
So I guess this is kind of like akin to a Second World War, I suppose. And so 40 million people died in total. That's a huge number. And then 2 million of those were victims of the communists and the anarchists. Truly a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
The lieutenant mumbles from behind his notes.
Yes. The Insulindian deluge, they call it.
Oh, okay. Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew.
Okay.
The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Really? Smart king. Cowardly king. I love that king. Fucking communist. I don't care about kings. Tell me one more thing. I guess that's a smart king?
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place.
Oh yeah, that's what the old guys were talking about. So Guillaume was the king in power when the revolution happened, and then his nephew was Fricelle. And like, did he become king, or did they just kill him because they thought he was the king? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but should I write that down? Fricelle.
Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
So who got the mineral rights?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
She looks up to the sky, then inland at the crumbling city. Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement.
This might as well be like history of this world, but you might as well be telling me about the real world, because like I'm not really that knowledgeable about politics in general. So like in broad terms, I know what people mean when in modern day they say like, oh, this person's a liberal, this person's a communist, and things like that. But when you really get down into like the history of it and the nitty-gritty of it, I don't really know that much about it. So I'm as confused as this guy.
Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the Ultras, or Ultra-Liberals.
Huh.
They fared well.
The Ultras. How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
So she says we, so you count yourself as one of these.
We. She's one of them. Of course.
Of course. If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
The coalition. Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Okay, yeah. And who are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
I'm glad she actually pronounced that correctly. So Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. So yeah, it is kind of like World War II then. There was like a coalition of different nations. They came here and then they took down the monarchy. Like, in the real world history, did communist nations have a king? I thought they still had like a president, or... I'm really exposing myself for the ignoramus that I am, but... And like, I know there's a lot of politics in this game, and so I kind of want to engage with the text, you know, but like, I don't really know that much about communism or just politics in general, so like... And just from seeing the few comments I've gotten on the video so far, you guys are very knowledgeable about this stuff, so I feel kind of like out of my element here, but... So like, what do you call the leader under a communist party? Is he like the head of state, the general... anyways. So they ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
Okay, so you're calling the coalition the moralists. The rulers of Revachol.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
I don't think I am moralist, ma'am. Not just technically, practically as well. I like what I've heard about these people. If always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes, I am, and also not. You can be a real centrist in this game. Like, you can really avoid picking a side most of the time, and I'm sure the game is gonna call... I mean, they're already calling you out on it. And here's where I get exposed as kind of a centrist myself, but... I don't think any specific school of thought is perfect, I guess. Because, like, anyone who believes in a doctrine thinks it's good, right? Sees that there's some positives to it, but then, of course, there's always some negatives to it. And some are definitely, like, better than others, but... Like, I don't know that there's one perfect style of government that, like, works for every nation, you know? Like, there's probably some good to communism, but then also some bad. And then there's a positive about capitalism, but also some big negatives to it. So, like, who knows, man? Like, who knows what's the best Like, believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. I don't necessarily believe in that. I really don't know.
An almost endearingly moralist standpoint. It must be hard to take a moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work.
I don't know how much head shooting I really do as a policeman. I mean, I'm more of a detective, right? Detectives usually do more like investigating. I don't know how much shooting I really do, but... when was this kerfuffle?
Turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question.
Yeah, okay. Had they established what year we're in right now?
The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
And who started?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a
Zarat.
particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
So they had like a pandemic of a deadly virus, and then another government came along and overthrew them. What did this Zarat do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Wow, really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual
Maybe that's what I have.
causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
And where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
And what came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
She spreads her arms, raincoat flapping in the wind.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
Our lives are not the same. What is the zone of control? What happened in the rest of the world? I mean, our lives are probably more similar than others, but I wonder what she would say to that.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
Can't argue with that. What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The interregnum? I mean, I can kind of guess what that means, but... The time during which a throne is vacant between two successive reigns or regimes, or a period during which the normal functions of government or control are suspended. The everlasting interregnum. Okay, so you're saying like we're kind of in between reigns right now, but it's probably going to stay that way because the Coalition of Nations is what's ruling us now. Okay. I getcha.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41.
Ooh.
Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
We're getting a little glimpse of what's happening in Precinct 41, thanks to our esprit de corps.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
The zone of control. I'm not going to pretend I understand everything that's going on right now. I'm a little bit confused about it, but we're just gonna keep it going. What happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eslary communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
What? Okay, I'm googling that and it's only bringing up Disco Elysium pages, so that's not an actual word. Telematic, also not a word. So this must be like technology specific to the world of Disco Elysium. Interesting. The aftermath continues for the 5th decade. So we're like 5th decade after the revolution, which means we would be like in the 50s now, I guess. If '02 was the revolution and this is like 5 decades later. So we would be in the 50s. I don't know if it's 1950s, I guess so. But it's been like this for how long exactly?
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
And what have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
I have to take a moment and appreciate this woman giving you a full history lesson, standing right here on this boat to this policeman who, like, has been living in this world and should really know all of this. But she's still taking time to explain this all like I just dropped on this planet from fucking space, which I pretty much did. She's very helpful. Were they going somewhere?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are.
Just got a skill point? I don't know if this game has like one writer or multiple writers, but like the text is so... It's very rich. It's very kind of complex. Now, given I'm not really a reference because I don't really read books like ever, but... You know, I've played other games, I guess. Alright, so... Also, I got a bunch of comments saying that, like, if you look at a skill and then you click info... Oh, okay. Oh boy. That's a lot of reading. So, it tells you basically what the skill does. Should I read all of these? I mean, I kind of want to, but... Okay, I guess skip ahead if you don't want to read these. So logic is cool for analysts, pure rationalists, obviously logicians. Logic urges you to analyze the living daylights out of the case. It enables you to piece evidence to... Why do you have this sound when in the skill screen? It's like... I don't know. Enables you to piece evidence together, detect inconsistencies in statements, and impress everyone with your astonishing conclusions. It's the bread and butter of many a detective. At high levels, logic will be able to solve even the most complicated puzzle. You will be very proud and thus susceptible to intellectual flattery. For those blinded by their own brilliance often miss important clues, so you don't want too much logic. With low levels of logic, you're going to have a hard time solving even the simplest puzzle. Even if you find the pieces, good luck putting them together. Okay. Encyclopedia is cool for thinkers, historians, trivia freaks. Encyclopedia makes you a know-it-all, turning your mind into a database of facts. It enables you to draw on these facts innately, offering a wealth of background knowledge to all things related and unrelated to your case. Who knows when the history of cigarette brands will provide the breakthrough you need to arrest a murderer, or when knowledge of pre-revolutionary guns might save a life. At high levels, Encyclopedia shares this wealth of knowledge to an almost overwhelming degree. While it may give you crucial breakthroughs, it more often will clutter your mind with useless tidbits. With low levels of Encyclopedia though, you'll be forced to work with only the clues in front of you. Without any background knowledge, copying is going to be tough stuff. Copying, okay, being a cop. Okay. Rhetoric, cool for ideologues, conversationalists, will-be politicians. Rhetoric urges you to debate, make intellectual discourse, nitpick. That just sounds like being insufferable on Twitter. And win. It enables you to break down arguments and hear what people are really saying. You'll spot fallacies as soon as they're used. What exactly did the waiter leave out of their testimony? What was the dancer trying to divert you from? Was that double entendre intended, or did you just get an accidental lead? At high levels, rhetoric will make you an impressive political beast, one whose beliefs are impenetrable, which is to say one whose mind will not change, one who will calcify. I love how it tells you, this is pretty great, but too much of it, maybe not so much. With low rhetoric, though, you'll have a hard time of shooting down any argument. Nailing people to their testimonies will be nigh impossible. So like this whole game is kind of like making fun of being in the middle, right? But then these skill descriptions are basically telling you, you want to be kind of in the middle of all these skills, because if you're too high, you're gonna be like, not penalized, but insufferable. And then if you have too little of it, you're not going to be able to accomplish anything. Drama, cool for undercover cops, thespians of the stage, and psychopaths. Drama urges you to treat the world as a stage and on it to perform. It enables you to lie, to concoct the most elaborate and wonderful stories, to take on ingenious personas and perform acts of stagecraft in an entertaining amalgam of fourberie and deceit. I'm sorry if my pronunciation of some of these words is a little lacking. Like, you're really throwing a lot at me here, like, entertaining amalgam of fourberie and deceit. As well, it enables you to see through will-be actors and their false antics. If they lie, you'll know immediately. At high levels, drama may render you an insufferable thespian, one prone to hysterics and bouts of paranoia. For to know the world is a stage is to know that truth is a vanity. However, with low drama, you cannot lie, or discern when others lie. And a cop who can't do either is a cop who's soon going to be lying 6 feet under. Conceptualization is cool for creatives, psychedelic fanciers, and critics. Conceptualization has a special role it wants you to play in this world. Not the role of cop, but of art cop. It enables you to make fresh associations, to delve into world concepts from Jan Karp's postmodern... Oh boy. From Jan Karp's postmodernist carpery. Is that a real thing? That's an invention, right? To Revachel's arabesque architectural style Diderot. Okay, now you're just really testing me. Diderot, and even the concept of hardcore. And then importantly, to add your own contribution to these works. So just being artsy, I guess. That's what you're saying? At high levels, conceptualization makes you go big, perhaps too big. It is ostentatious, demanding grand displays. Why live life when you can throw yourself into a live volcano? Yeah, why? At low levels, however, you will be unable to see the world in a creative light. You'll be unable to contribute to conversations in an art gallery. Only boring people will invite you to their dust parties. You know, you always see these kind of like personality types, you know, like, stuff like Myers-Briggs personalities. Like, are you an INFP or something like that? This would be a great personality test where like you have to set your own, like if I had to evaluate myself based on these stats, right? It would be interesting to see like from 1 to 5 where you sit based on these, because like this is a pretty good breakdown of like what a person is, because it talks about all of it kind of from the point of view of a policeman and like police work, but this could really be about like anything, just being a person in general. The visual calculus, cool for forensic scientists, tactical fighters, math-minded people. By the way, if you know your Myers-Briggs personality type, why don't you leave it down in the comment and tell me a little bit about it. And write down what you think I am. I haven't actually done it in a while, so like I don't really remember which one I am, but it would be fun. Visual calculus versus you not only in the laws of the state, but the laws of nature. It enables you to create virtual crime scene models in your mind's eye. You'll see how a bullet shattered the glass, and from that trace its trajectory with mathematical precision. You'll also count so many footprints, and at a glance discern shoe size and design, as well as the height, weight, and gender of the one who wore them. Okay, I'm not sure how you would do that, but sure. At high levels, visual calculus makes the world reveal its secrets to you, but you may be so absorbed by your mind diorama, you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at low levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Reconstructing crime scenes will be difficult without outside help. Alright, so this is a lot of reading. I'm not going to read all... How many is that? Like 6 by 4, so that's like 24 description. I'm only going to read the top row. And let's say when I get the next skill point, then we can read the next row, maybe. So, let's see. If we want to be able to retry some of these white checks, which ones do we need for that? There's like... I'm seeing electrochemistry twice, rhetoric twice, 3 conceptualization. Maybe we can put our point in that. I mean, it's already at 3. Alright, let's try that. Let's put a point in conceptualization. Let's be a little more artistic. Alright.
Welcome to reality, baby.
Alright, so that was the task for get a reality lowdown. And it's complete. So what would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
You're just gonna, reverse it on me?
No, her first.
I asked you, who are you in all this? I would have sought a medical solution. Sounds like Sarath drove those people mad. I would have killed more, 400 million if that's what it took. I would have made off with the mineral rights. I don't know what I would have done differently. Well, I asked you, right?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
It's not like I could have found a medical solution, and I'm sure they tried. It probably just wasn't that easy to find a solution. I would have killed more. I would have made up with the mineral rights. I mean, that's the most boring answer, but okay, so about the role-playing aspect. I got a lot of comments saying you should just roleplay what you want, like just say what you really feel, like just pick a personality type and stick with it, which I kind of agree with. And then I got a lot of people saying like this game is all about weird replies, you should just pick all the weird stuff that you want. I do want to try saying like some weird shit sometimes, just for shits and giggles, but like overall I'm trying to pick probably what I would do in this situation. And like I hate when people think they know better than like everyone that came before them. So like it's so easy in retrospect to be like, oh, you should have just stopped Hitler before he became Hitler, It's like, it's not so simple to change history, right? There's like so many factors that lead to things happening the way they do. So like, of course in retrospect we judge people that came before, but it's not so simple. So I hate when people are like, oh, well, I would have done that differently. I don't really know.
And you would have died, most likely.
Yeah.
Not far from here. Maybe even right here, during the beachhead, defending the coast the day the Coalition took the city.
Probably.
No, almost certainly. The Commune would have forced you. Such was the fate of the undecided.
Okay, but we can try and see what some of the other answers are.
Good question.
No, her first.
I would have sought a medical solution.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50 years ago?
With some hygiene, modest social care, and perhaps a little research program? Liquidate the rabid prion-infested dogs who want to kill everyone with cleansing artillery fire. With privatized healthcare and a work ethic that does not turn your brain into sponge tissue. Okay, maybe it's impossible. What happened had to happen and always will. Privatized healthcare. Some hygiene, modest social care, maybe a little research program. But if they didn't have the technology, of course they couldn't have done it. Like, that's the whole point.
Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. It's those sort of half measures that doomed the authorities in Grad.
It's also really funny for my character to be talking about good hygiene when I look like that, I've got like this gross wife beater with stains on it, and like... I probably slept in my own vomit last night.
When they failed to step up, Marzov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a more robust state response might have been appropriate.
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
Yeah, Kim wanted to share with us.
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old. That's my position. The abattoir.
Fair enough.
Understandable. Good question.
No, her first.
I would have killed more. 400 million, that's what it took.
I see. A tenth of humanity. The key of history is in the lock. Keep turning at any cost.
At any cost, until humanity is free and the age of capital is past. Until this insanity is crushed and Revachol reigns a suzerain forever. Until it's all mine, every pigment-drenched black leaf of money in Revachol. Until the middle class, the gentry, and the workers are all gone and the age of man is over. Shit, yeah. How about that?
Over. That's entropolism, the very height of late modernity. Evacuate this world. You may prove a truly modern man yet.
Okay, that's not a word, so you're just making shit up right now? Anthropology. Okay, it is a word. Not on the dictionary, but on Wikipedia it is. Was coined in 1955 by Claude Lévi-Strauss. It's a blend of entropy and anthropology, the study of human actions that lead to the disintegration and increasing disorder of highly evolved social systems. I feel like we're definitely going through that right now, but it's a story for another day. I guess that's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
Can't you just say something normal?
I am an ultra.
Oh, you're an ultra-liberal.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Wait, what's an ultra? Dios mío! A liberal! Draw a cross. Not a liberal! Cool. I liberate pretty hard myself. I don't understand what's so vile about that. That's so funny. I mean, it's so over the top that you can't take that seriously, right? I mean, what's so vile about that?
Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. One of those who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution.
She nods pedagogically. What the? Like being a teacher? Okay.
I can see you thought I'd gone extinct. No sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
What?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her. But only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
I love when 3 aspects in a row chime in. It's like, why would you be a monster? I forgive you, but only because you're charming.
The devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
Yes, sure.
Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it.
I just became aware she's like a woman. I'm like, you know what? There's a body under that raincoat. Oh my god, you can just straight up ask that? Wanna... Oh my... That is so out of pocket. I cannot possibly say that, but I'm so curious to see what she would... I'm so curious to see what she would say, but I cannot possibly say that. Shake your head. I don't even understand what... What? A devil? Like, is she quoting some poem there? I don't even know. Vile devil.
I hope so. I hope we are able to continue as friends despite my scaly bulk. And the insanity, bloodshed, and transfer of wealth that took place here. It was not the plan all along. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Well, would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
I'm so lost. I'm so lost. You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
The lieutenant puts down his notes and gives her a look. You're a smart woman.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
Her earrings chime as she nods. You have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
She closes her eyes and opens them again. What is this acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain.
How do you know so much?
Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
If only I knew a competent doctor.
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective.
Fair enough.
In case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
What causes encephalopathy?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
It's definitely the drinking.
She nods slowly.
Alright, so this is a white check. This is Esprit de Corps. Wait, so the white check I had with her, is this one I've already done? Okay, they have a little marker next to them when you can try them again. Oh, I should have tried it before putting my point in. I think I hadn't tried it yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have tried it and then... I mean, it's 3%, so I don't think I would have succeeded either way. Wait, I have 4 conceptualization and I still have only 3% chance to get it? How are you supposed to have enough points to get it then? I guess because you're reaching for something fundamental. What is? Think of something close to you.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Okay, what is?
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. The doubt is fully formed in your head. The alien feeling persists. You just can't word the question yet. You have to complete the jamais vu thought first.
Oh, interesting. Okay. This odd innate feeling that I've like never been here. Interesting. What is this?
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
A sphenicid? That's not a word. Okay, it is a word, but she didn't spell it correctly. Sort of. It's more like sphenicide. Keep guessing.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
Are you saying I'm ruined?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
I meant, what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot.
Oh.
Or 2.
And what is Rue de Saint-Ghislaine 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveau. They're old.
There's obviously like a U missing in nouveau there, and I'm wondering if that's like on purpose. Nouveau. I guess maybe it's from like old French. It's supposed to be, at least in French, it's nouveau with a U. But I guess nouveau is like used for something else. Huh.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
Okay, sudden intervention from another character. From a dilapidated balcony, a young girl in odd clothes gives Joyce the evil eye, a red paintbrush held to her throat.
Wonderful.
What is happening? What is that? Point to Cindy the skull.
The girl in the old lady rags?
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags.
Basically, you're just saying we're mainstream.
She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
I don't know, underground stuff always ends up in the mainstream somehow. Okay, now explain the same thing but to a child. I wish I had this option for like everything she's said so far. I really want to, why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5 option? Because I would need that.
Young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating.
Okay, you've never shown your age more than right now.
All right. What next?
Well, that's everything, I guess.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Alright, so it's now 5. Shall we go back to the backyard wall? I mean, we'll have to pass by there anyways. And this one is still impossible. This one, we might get the box of sunglasses. Alright, so after a very, very, very long time, we said everything we could say to Joyce. Asked her every question. Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. Can we talk to this person there?
Up here, Piggo.
Pego. Inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair and the tools used to disassemble it. Let's pick up more garbage. Can I not? Oh, maybe if I have a... Maybe if I have a tool? Hey! Ooh, a signal blue naval coat. +1 suggestion, -1 half light. Okay. Let's see. So that would replace my
Look
jacket.
at me when I'm talking to you.
Which is +1. Not now, I'm busy. +1 esprit de corps. Holy shit. Okay, that changes my whole look. Huh.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Okay. I kind of like this jacket there. That feels more me.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
You really want me to talk to you, huh? There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Probably. Can we go inside?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Well, let's knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Let's knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallways echoes with her cackle. But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
The cleaning lady.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
Okay. Can we talk to this girl from down here?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier. Okay, I think she really doesn't like Joyce being here.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
That's the end of that.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull.
Wow.
What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me. I am the law. Well, let's start with your blood type and go from there. Yep. When were you last tested? Just answer some questions, okay? I feel like if I try and be nice to her, she's just gonna tell me to fuck off, so let's try and be a little funny, I guess.
Go where? Accosting a minor?
I'm just asking questions.
Listen to your partner, pigman. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside. You keep looking up to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? Okay. Well, I'm guessing she's looking at Joyce.
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
Okay, again, that was the wrong line. She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully towards Joyce performing maintenance on her boat. I mean, okay.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Good for Joyce.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
A Zon?
On a first name
You mean
basis
Joyce?
with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
You mean Joyce? Hold on, what's a Zon?
It's where they grow whores like her. And they're whoremen.
Why all the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
Not really, but she's been nice to me. She gave me $100. What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write? Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here.
It is hard to think of something clever to write.
We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
Well, you could write Cindy the Skull
She
was here.
wants it to be something true and total.
Total, yeah. Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
So you're just bored.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this when I hear it.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied.
Lying is cool, I guess.
She absent-mindedly paints a red streak on her left cheek. Okay. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
She wrinkles her nose.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Okay, that's not very nice. You can be rude to me, just don't be rude to Kim, please. Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Well, I hope so. These videos aren't gonna watch themselves. And I can't go up there. Okay. Let's try checking out this wall again.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
+2, Cindy's artistic impulses are infectious. How about that? Oh, so because we talked to Cindy, I'm getting a +2 to this? Interesting. Let's try again.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Okay, I do love that he has something new to say this time. That's nice. Oh, we got more people there. There's the body! Yeah, Kuno. Fuck him up. Kuno. Oh, there was a mention of a Kuno in the previous episode, right? Where was it? Kuno. Oh, it was the graffiti on the binocular thing. That said Kuno. Got some money and some magnesium. Let's take all. Okay, we might actually see the body. Finally. A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts.
There must be another way into the building.
I can't get involved in this.
Jesus Christ. Kim, why was that so loud? Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. That was so loud. I'm gonna have to lower the volume for you guys so you won't hear it as loud as I did, because damn. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. An orange bum hat. A bum hat? +1 reaction speed, -1 to rhetoric. Man, everything I find makes me look more like a homeless guy. Oh, I forgot to read the thing. +1 suggestion. Aye, Captain. -1 half-light. Official poise. This classic double-breasted coat suits everyone, including you. And if you ever find yourself battling winds at the helm of a ship, then the coat's heavy fabric has got your back, even if moths have left a few holes in it. Okay. And then the hat. +1 reaction speed. Feeling twitchy. -1 rhetoric. Bum brain. An orange beanie with a couple of big-ass holes on the side. It looks like it might have been used as a mask during an armed robbery. Oh shit. I think I'm gonna do without the hat. I look bad enough already. Oh, that's like a stairway into the building, maybe? These barrels are half full of rainwater. Okay. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Let's try going inside. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Oh. Maybe I can use the chain cutters. Okay, can't open that. There's another coat up there. A balcony with a view of the yard and the hanging. Can't go up there. Can I talk to this
what's
guy?
that noise down there?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Nursing?
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble. No trouble from me, I just want to know what's going on here. Too late, young man. Trouble's found you. Yeah, I just want to know what's going on. I mean, I guess it's because he's looking at the dead body, so he doesn't want me to think that he has, like, anything to do with it.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
So you're scared of what the Union might do?
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
That's true. Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Well, if I have to make it quick, I guess I should ask the main thing first. Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh.
Last
you asked
Sunday.
me that, didn't you?
He waves lazily with his cigarette. You already asked me that, did you? Did I? Oh, maybe I did talk to him already before I lost my memory.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Snow blankets the old patio chairs and dead houseplants, and all the neighboring windows are black.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
So last Sunday is when it took place, I guess? I wish I had access to like a calendar of sorts. But I don't think I do.
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
And what's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, snow continues to pile on the neighboring windowsills.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
I don't believe you.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Okay, he's clearly lying. Oh man, I was 1 point from succeeding that.
No,
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
we won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the snowy balcony with a dying hiss.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Let's try and convince him to stay. This is a red check, cannot be retried. So if I let him go, I'm not going to get a chance to do this, right? So I need to do it now. I mean, we have a pretty good chance.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Both my replies are so, like, weird. What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry, huh? Please don't go. I'll stop drinking. I'll take the trash out. Just please don't leave me. Like, just by being so weird, he's probably actually going to be like, okay.
Trash?
The young man shakes his head in confusion. That's the effect I wanted.
Please don't go. I'll even stop smoking inside.
Listen, I really have to go.
With a flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
New task, the smoker on the balcony. Oh. Okay, they have to show me he's leaving. Well, at least he wished us good luck. Find a way inside the large apartment building in the north. You met a mysterious stranger smoking on the balcony of the apartment building north of Martinez. He knows something about the murder. Find out where he lives and question him again. Will do.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
I mean, could it be that woman that bought my gun? I mean, the guy didn't say anything about her being muscular, but...
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that. Okay. Get fucked real bad. Okay, some kid is just throwing rocks at it. What kind of boots are those? They look like cyber boots. Fucker shit himself. What a messed up little kid.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Kuno S?
Pigs come to take me out? Trying to snuff me out?
No, why would you even say that? Are you sleeping right now? Sorry for sneaking up on you. Why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
Okay.
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig.
Okay, I think dealing with these kids is gonna be a problem. Clearly all the kids in this city like hate cops, so might be a problem.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Hey, are you there? I've checked the backyard but couldn't get in the way.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
It is a white check. +1 Kim is here. +1 Kim confirmed you are officers.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
That's good. Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
The voice snaps back.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Well, we can't do that, can we, Kim?
Hold your horses.
You hear the click of a night latch before the lady on the other side gets caught in a coughing spasm.
I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Oh, I actually got a new skill point already. Wow. Smoker on the balcony. A bunch of things just updated. I do have quite a few rhetoric things that I need to try again also. Could put a point in rhetoric. Plus I think my rhetoric is quite low. It's at 3. The art of persuasion. I feel like I've failed quite a few rhetorics, so we could put a point in that. And since we got another point, let's read some more skill description. Volition. Cool for sane people, well-adjusted cops, the non-suicidal. Okay, so not me. Volition urges you to be a good guy, to others and to yourself. It enables you to resist temptation, be it in a bottle, between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel which promises oblivion. Damn. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale, one of the 2 health pools in the game. Oh. At high levels, Volition makes you hyper sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you'll have little morale. Without it, you'll be profoundly unstable cop, falling apart at the seams as you make irreversible mistakes. Inland Empire. Cool for dreamers, paranatural investigators, mental creators. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Empathy. Cool for judges of character, interviewers, interrogators. I kind of like having points in that one. It's been very helpful so far. Empathy breaks into the souls of others and forces you to feel what's inside. It enables you to notice social cues others may miss. Perhaps a hidden sadness you could coax out a little more, a strange joy from someone who should be bereaved, or a hidden resentment that could return to harm you later. At high levels, empathy really puts you in other people's shoes. You'll cry for their sorrows, punch walls to relieve their angers, and be an even more unstable cop. With low empathy, however, you'll be an ungainly beast unable to talk to anyone without upsetting them. That sounds bad. Authority. Cool for leaders, experts of psychological warfare, respect junkies. Authority urges you to assert and reassert your dominance over those around you. It enables you to understand the power dynamics of groups of thugs, know how far you can push a perpetrator, and how to establish control of situations. At high levels, authority demands respect. Even a perceived slight could send you into knee-breaking mode. With low authority, however, you're forever in awkward situations. Like when you suffer psychological breakdowns after you yell at teenagers and they laugh at you. I feel like that might be happening in the near future. Esprit de corps, cool for cops, cop aficionados, pretend cops. Esprit de corps is the very spirit of policing, the copgeist. It enables you to understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers, not only by picking up subtle signals from your partner, but by witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. At high levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force, not only willing and able, but obliged to take a bullet for your partner. However, without Esprit de Corps, you'll be flying blind, unable to understand discreet remarks colleagues make in high-stakes situations, remarks that might just save your life. And Suggestion. Cool for diplomats, charmers, sociopaths. Suggestion urges a soft power approach. If people think they want what you want, you've already won. The skill enables you to implant ideas into the minds of others. You can make the citizens like you more. You can make gangsters turn on each other too. Many crime rings have been broken by just a little doubt after all. At high levels, Suggestion makes you affable to everyone and more resistant to their charms in turn. But all that schmoozing and oozing charm will make you slimy, and you'll know it even if no one else does. With low levels of Suggestion though, you'll have difficulty getting any kind of rapport with others. You'll be alone both during the day and at night. Some of them you can tell they're kind of scratching the bottom of the barrel for like a negative effect. It's like, what's a negative effect to having too much Suggestions? Like, well, you're gonna feel kind of slimy. Like, is that really a big problem? I guess if you're worried about your self-esteem and things like that, then it is, but... I did get comments saying that the game is pretty generous with skill points, so I guess we could still put a point in that. Put a point in rhetoric. There we go. Alright, let's go inside. Let's talk to the cleaning lady. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Hello, ma'am.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. First, I'm the policeman that asked you to open the door. Are you sure you don't want to see my badge? No, don't ask that. I don't have a badge. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long. I only have a few questions. I mean, I don't think she's dying or anything. This won't take long.
Go ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
You were really rude to me when I was outside, and now that I'm in your face, you're kind of like a lot kinder.
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
So who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
She spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Okay.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still...
She leans on her broom.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Is she the one that did all those marks on the wall? La potence pour les riches. Okay. That tells you everything you need to know about Cindy's politics, I think. That's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Okay, that's obviously not his real name, though. If it is, I mean, maybe it is, but I would be surprised. It sounds like he just gave us an alias. I'm looking for Martin Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
She smiles a gap-toothed smile when she hears you mention the name. No, you don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin Martinez. He told me he's Martin Martinez. That's obviously not his real name.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez.
Yeah.
Like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
It's like John Smith.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
He stops before he offends you. I'm already offended. Okay, how about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony? Know where he lives?
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. He's going away for life. No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28.
Okay.
Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Thanks, I'm off. Okay, well, she was useful. The graffito says a firing squad for the rich. I mean, La Potence is not really a firing squad. It's more like a noose, isn't it? But that's the general idea, sure. Wait, no, that's gonna lead outside, yeah. Oh, we get to talk to this rude kid. More bottles. What about this door here? The door is locked. You can't get in. Above, tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers and nails rust. Okay. You have anything more to say now that we're face to face?
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved. You're in trouble now, little lady. We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches or people having high grounds on us. That's right, we evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
He says, studying the contents of Cindy's bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
You probably shouldn't do that. That doesn't sound very healthy.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Fumes are bad for you, okay? You'd better hand it over. That's some clever cultural commentary. Sure is.
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Okay, catch you later, Cindy. Ooh. Okay, got some kind of furnace here. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Oh. Cindy? Maybe? Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Oh my god. Pour l'homme laboureur jeans. Oh my god. Okay, I thought they were shorts. I thought he was gonna have like little mini shorts. That would have been crazy. +1 electrochemistry, god ass. Okay. Reaction speed, hindsighted. Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man-ass has imprinted itself so deep in the fabric, you can't but wonder if wearing them would start molding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. That's the best description ever, right there. Holy shit. Oh man, with a description like that, I have to wear them, right? What if it shapes my own ass into buttocks sculpted by the Lord himself? That's amazing.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something.
Oh?
Soft, yet crinkly.
Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper.
Oh.
It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
Really? Interact. Oh. A gleaming chewing gum wrapper found in the pocket of the laborer jeans. It gives off an ever so faint scent of apricots. Your mouth starts watering.
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti?
It smells faintly of apricots, with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Why do I even care about this?
Good question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it.
Okay.
Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
Before you hurt yourself? How would I even do that? I'll hang on to it just in case.
You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
That is quite strange. Okay. And I can still interact with
Crinkled
it.
chewing gum wrapper. You carefully...
Okay. How curious. And $5. That's probably Cindy's savings right there. Well, you know what? She's been rude to me, so I take your money. Is this your wrapper?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Well, it's not progressing fast enough. Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Really? You're a miner? I mean, she is a miner. Don't you have a real home? It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. I don't know why I stubbornly try and be nice to these kids, even though they clearly fucking hate me. Maybe one of them will surprise me. Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
She looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Really, you're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never happens.
You're a little young to be suicidal, girl.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Good one. See you later, Cindy. I mean, I can't really blame the people of this town for hating cops, but it is pretty annoying when you're the cop. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. I do have a... I was gonna say I do have a flashlight, but I guess I didn't need it. Broken window. The sea below looks cold and winter gray. Someone has torn down the wall. Okay. Ooh. An old grocery list on the table and checks. Okay. Can I open this door? No? I'm finding a lot of little items. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. It's a mainstay of games in general to have like money lying everywhere, right? But in a game like this one that's so, you know, so like next level cerebral and intellectual, it makes me question every instance of money I find. It's like, oh, who does this money belong to? Should I be taking it? Like, you know, it makes you second guess all these items you're finding. Door number 1 is locked. A postcard, Boogie Street 46. Okay. This crumbled up postcard depicts an open-air market in Boogie Street 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street, blurry shadows of people pass. That's pretty grim. Hey, I'm finding quite a bit of money, actually.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Is 10 the one that the guy is supposed to live in?
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
Open the door!
You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
What? This is the third instance where like the line being read is not the one that I'm reading. This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, very intense. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
I guess not.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Okay, I'm gonna leave then. Whatever you say, Kim. Why is there money in the shoes? There's like 1 cent in the shoes. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Okay. Good for them.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply. No reply.
Examine the padlock. I mean, we could cut it with our tool, but...
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Okay. Let's get the cutters out. Wait, I do get +1 interfacing with my gloves, so let's put those on too.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, what are you doing?
Shit.
You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
This is the dumbest thing.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Yeah. I love how you take a hit to your morale just from Kim judging you. The lieutenant points to the corroded loop with a gloved finger. Yeah.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do?
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Okay, let's try again. +1. Kim pointed out the shackle.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
Thank you. Maybe I should just keep this flashlight on me, right? Okay, just a tiny little room. A flamboyant poster of a white star, real lithography. Okay. There's a sculpture.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
I've heard the name before, but I don't remember what it was about. Kim, who is this Krasmazov?
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Mazovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution.
Okay. And why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Okay. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Oh, a straight up bullet. Huh. Interesting. And a Saramiresian lounge jacket. Oh. Just gonna steal people's clothes straight up. Just stealing shit. +1 conceptualization from Summer Plans. A classic white summer jacket loved both by the Saramiresian Communist Party and the accompanying subtropical drug traffickers. It fits you well, regardless of your political ambitions. And a bullet. Where's the bullet? You've got one bullet. Oh, so I might actually just get a gun and like... Okay. I thought it was going to be an item that I had to like observe. But it's straight up like just a bullet for a gun. Okay. Ooh. That does look pretty good. I'm just gonna wear this jacket and someone's gonna see me and be like, that's my jacket, dude. You stole that from my apartment. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, I'm just gonna wear that, I guess. Okay.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, The star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
And why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order.
Of course.
Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown.
Oh.
It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
And why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Alright then. Let's close the door. Wait, I didn't get to ask... Okay, the flashlight actually kind of annoying me. Let's just put that... I didn't get to ask him about it, but I thought I would get a chance to. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Oh. Flip up glasses, the auditor. What the hell? +1 logic, balancing the books. -1 authority, filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac. These flip-up sunglasses were fashionable in the old, but have since lost their popularity. Their thin gold alloy wire frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the glasses are only favored by organized crime accountants who desire to look cool. Huh. I mean, can I at least wear them where the actual sunglasses are like flipped? Doesn't look like it. -1 authority. I feel like I'm gonna need authority as I interrogate all these people who hate police, so not going to wear them. So much to see. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Apartment number 12, a loud rumbling snore comes from within. Oh. Just a dirty old bathroom. Some magnesium and alcohol, Commodore Red. Substance use effects +1 physique, -1 morale. Oh, you can use that 4 times. Interesting. It counts as a tool. A large crimson bottle of cheap sugary wine made of poverty, sugar, artificial taste enhancers, and a vague memory of grapes, guaranteed to color your lips. Oh. So this gives you more physique, but less morale. So if we need to do something physical... Wait, do you get +1 like every time? It's probably like a temporary boost, right? Or is it permanent? These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Ugh. Some money in the sink for some reason. You can hear the snoring. Oh, sorry, Kim, I accidentally locked you in the bathroom. Can you come through there? Or... Kim is stuck in the bathroom. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Is there something that bums you out any more than seeing a poster for a missing pet, like out in the city? It bums me out every single time. Alright, let's hit the balcony. It's getting a little late. It's like 6. Oops. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Wait. What about that... That door that leads to the exit? That might lead me to that door that was locked? Yeah. Okay, so now I can go back inside? Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Why is this box blue there? Ooh, more money. I'm starting to have quite a bit of money, actually. Just a door, nothing for you here right now. What's that supposed to mean? Okay. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Well, good for them.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
I mean, fair enough. I would too.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the
Oh.
smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
I'm not gonna do that just yet because I'm almost at the end of the episode. I'm just gonna look around a bit more. Apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. This is the door to apartment 30. Voices from within singing along to some buoyant dance track. Okay. Can I... Oh, I can't go there. Damn. I feel like if I start this, it's gonna be like a very long conversation. Alright, let's try it.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
I mean, isn't it the evening right now?
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Sure. I mean, we could just come tonight at 21.
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here, right? He might know something about the murder. So tomorrow 9 p.m.?
Suddenly, he's a little worried about your memory.
Sounds good. Tomorrow at 21?
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
So, day 2 at 21, okay.
Remember, tomorrow, he's probably gone for today.
Alright. Well, so much for that. I guess that's all for this place. Alright, so what were some of the things that I could try again? Ceiling. Okay, I guess when they're wide, that means you can try them again, right? So 2 with ceiling and 1 with Gaston Martin. Okay. We could try and go do that. Have I talked to this person?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the law. It's like the first nice young person that's talked to me. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Sure. What kind of a store is this anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
They're not. What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eye wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Okay, so her mom is telling her, please get people to come inside the store. And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I mean, you could just have a sign that says open.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
You're cold. Can I help in some way? I should have a word with the store owner, maybe? Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work, Patterhead. So patronizing. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Can I help you?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say. Can I get you like a scarf or like a hat or something? Do you want this hobo hat that I found?
What could you do to help her anyway?
I should have a store with the store owner, maybe?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
She stands upright and smiles like a little soldier. Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
I mean, as a policeman, I probably did go to school at some point, like a long time ago. Isn't going to school more important than this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character.
Yeah.
Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Really?
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Good to hear it's going well. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
She's looking for the right word. Bankrupt. Ass up. Say nothing. Ass up?
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
She blushes. What a sweet child. I don't think curses are real. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window. It's funny to say that.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
So what do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
She looks a bit disappointed, really. How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It
Kim.
does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations!
No such thing.
You're such a party pooper. The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
The girl looks back and forth between you two. Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Annette looks at your shaved, prickly chin. It distinctly contrasts with the oily mutton chops that surround it. You didn't have to call my mutton chops oily, even though that's probably true. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone is poor? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? What about if both the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Well, what if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Maybe she wants a good woman, you know? What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things. Yeah, poor people are boring. I mean, sometimes you might want to write a romance story that takes place in the real world.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Okay, if you say so. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah? You think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup? Maybe I will.
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life. Phantom limb. Kim's gonna be like, why do you keep getting into these weird conversations with minors, man?
No, I don't know.
What a sweet child. She's just really confused by all this weird shit you're saying. She's like so normal. Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask your mom.
Yes, she knows books, definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
Maybe.
Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues by getting drunk.
We're not doing that.
That'll show them.
That's, we've tried that already. That's enough romance for me. I had other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
She rubs her chilled nose with her fist. What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. Why would anyone want to read about crime? Okay, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going. Yeah, what is crime? She doesn't know what to say. It's that bad. Point to your head.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Well, we were trying. Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Not right now, no. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Okay, then maybe I'm not a policeman, or should stop being one? I mean, what does a cop look like?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen Mansion. She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. You know, I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway, it's your... Wow, look at the guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. These are all good answers. But it's true, it is your mind that matters, even though mine's not really working right now. Wow, look at the guy. I'll never be as good. This one's so funny, but the last time I said something like that, I bummed everyone out. Yeah, you know, it's what's in here that matters.
Head, yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
Soul. That Mullen guy looks like a Hampelman who could respect that face. It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, did I say that out loud? She examines the illustration of Dick Mullen attempting to find his soul. A policeman's gotta have the right stuff, an ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen.
If you say so, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul.
Oh, you're so nice.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
The cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. +1 anxious body language, +1 saw she's cold, +1 afraid of the curse. Yeah, let's deduce something.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She knows where this is going.
Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
You're not interested by this, Kim?
A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna force you.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Yes. It's super simple for a detective such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing.
Oh.
Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. You think so? Fine. Do better. Deduce something about me. Ah. Okay, let's try that. I don't want to defy her.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you. Rats have been nibbling on your fingers, child labor in dismal working conditions. Chewed on nails means you're recycling your body material. It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches without personal sacrifice. Probably just nervous.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town. I hope this entertained you. Why are you making me choose between all these great answers? I want to say all of them. But now she's kind of like down, so I hope this entertained you.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak. Okay.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
That was a masterclass move. Whatever, kid. I don't need to prove myself to you. You think so? Fine. Do better. Deduce something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
Oh, because she's probably seen me drunk before. And I'm having a grand time. I am also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
Oh, that's very nice. She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy in her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? Right, I had a different question in mind.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Oh, very clever. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. These are all like such defensive answers. Hey, maybe someone will write a book about a famous detective.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them. Why indeed? I'm just an old tired cop. What use am I? He's such a bummer to be around. Yeah, I'm trying to be, positive.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. What a nice kid. Alright, well, this was very fun. We're going to go inside and talk to her mom, but we're gonna do that in the next episode because I've been playing for quite a long time already. These episodes really fly by for me. Like, this game is so much fun, getting to read all these funny dialogues, and like, I really love going around and inspecting like everything on the map and finding all these like little objects, and they always have like some funny descriptions, or like there's always something new to find. It's really, really entertaining. And so I'm going to be done with Detroit Become Human very, very soon. And once I'm done with that, I'm probably going to be switching to 2 episodes of Disco Elysium per week, just because it's a very long game and like I just have so much fun with it. So I kind of want to put out more, because the episodes really fly by. So, but that's going to be it for today. So if you're watching episode 4, you're probably subscribed by now. If you're not, please subscribe to the channel. That would really help me out. As always, you can drop me a little comment. I always love reading your thoughts, and I try to reply to everyone if I can. And yeah, in the next episode, we might go to the bookstore. I'm trying to see how long can I play this game before actually looking at the dead body. Like, we're 4 episodes in, I still haven't seen the body. But until next time, guys, I had fun playing this. Hope you had fun watching it. And I'll see you in the next episode for some more Disco Elysium. À la prochaine.